Hello, viewers. You are watching GAM Television. My name is Veronica van der Kamp, your host, and also a Mantelzorgers ambassador. As we know, there's always lots of changes when we enter a new year for the care we give to our loved ones. That's why today I've invited Alexander Wittmund from Markant to sit down with us to tell us what the changes are, what should we expect, what is new. So just stay tuned because this information is very, very important for us as Mantelzorgers. Alexander, you are welcome to GAM Television.
Thank you again for the invite. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, and Happy New Year too.
Happy New Year to you.
I think we just have to go straight into the changes. But before then, I always want to remind our viewers who a Mantelzorgers is and what Markant is there to do for us.
Of course. That's
Let's throw some light on that
good
first.
question to start off.
Yeah.
When we speak about mantelzorg in the Netherlands, we are talking about the care that you provide for someone already known to you. This can be a relative, like your mother or an aunt, but also someone that is maybe from your same neighborhood, someone that lives next to you or a block away. But we always speak for a personal connection that's already there before the care starts. And what mantelzorgers do most of the time when someone becomes ill or maybe has an accident and needs more care or gets a disability, mantelzorgers are there because they love that person and they start to care for that person.
Yeah. Thank you. So, what help does Markant give to Mantelzorgers?
Yeah. Markant is an organization. We work in the entirety of Amsterdam and also in Diemen and Duivendrecht. And we provide the opportunity for mantelzorgers to get some help. So we bundle information that is useful for mantelzorgers, just like we are doing the interview right now. But we also host all kinds of different meeting groups or workshops. So we try to provide mantelzorgers with the information they need to provide good care and also have knowledge to apply for all kinds of different things that the gemeente can offer as well. So that is one part, and we also help mantelzorgers by aiding them and having a volunteer that can help them. Most of the time, a volunteer will be there once a week, or maybe twice a week, or once per 2 weeks. That really depends. Just to help around and have good contact with whoever is being taken care for. And in that time, the mantelzorger can really take a step back and relax, or try to relax.
Great. And how can we reach Markant?
Yeah, Markant has a website and we also have a telephone number. The website is markant.org and the telephone number is on screen right now.
Yeah. Any questions, any help that we need, we can always contact Markant. And if the help is not for them, they are always there also to connect us to where we can get the help for our questions. So, 2025, what are the changes? I know in the tax system, the lasting and thing, there has been a lot of changes. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, there have been good improvements for mantelzorgers.
Improvement is good.
Yeah, always good. In some aspects, some application processors have been made more simply. So that is very good news. And one example for this is for the income tax. What is better this year than it is last year? If you have to travel to a doctor or the hospital or other treatment by car, you can deduct the kilometers that you have to travel there from your income tax. And in previous years, this was such a hassle because you had to calculate all the costs associated with the car travel. But the change for 2025 is that they have made it easier to do this. What you have to do is you take the kilometers that you have to travel and you can deduct 23 cents per traveled kilometer.
Okay.
So it is so much easier, and I hope more people will use this right now because it is easier in comparison to last year, which is, I think, very important.
Oh, that is good news. Wow.
This will be less, this helps to bring down the financial cost.
Yeah.
Because you can, when you have done your taxes, which can be applied for starting March 1st, you can get some money back. So you have to pay less taxes because you can deduct this from the income tax that you would otherwise have to pay. But if you have traveled by car to a doctor or a ziekenhuis, hospital a lot, then you can deduct these costs for the travel, which could really help.
Well, viewers, I think this is great news. And we are going to file our taxes very soon. So this information is very, very important to us, please. But how can you gather this information?
Yeah, it is important that that you write down the trips that you have made to the hospital.
Okay.
Because that is, so you have to make a good, clear document maybe for all the appointments that you have had. So it's important to keep up that if you know that you have to go to the hospital regularly, that you write down somewhere, maybe a special book or on the computer, you write down February 21st. I went to the hospital and it is 9 kilometers to go there. So I write down February 21st, 9 kilometers.
Okay.
Maybe I go there and they say, well, you have to come back in 2 weeks. So then it's March and I write down March and I was at the hospital again, so 9 kilometers. And you get this for the whole year. And then you add up the amount of kilometers that you have traveled and you multiply that by 23 cents. And that is the amount of money you can deduct from your income tax.
So you can do that with 2024.
Yeah.
But we didn't know this before. And so maybe we haven't written that also down.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah, will it still work?
It still
Right?
works. So
So,
then maybe you
yeah.
can now start doing it.
Yeah.
And also you have your appointment always in your agenda and things. So you can go back and check all that.
You can go back, yes. And it is
Wow.
a good advice from you to start now. If you
Yeah.
hear this, then, oh, and I go to the hospital. Oh, I can write this down for this year. So that is a good point.
Okay.
And there is another point I would like to add on the taxes side, because it's almost March and the income tax can be applied for starting March.
Yeah.
There is another change that has happened for people with limited mobility. So if you cannot walk due to sickness or due to disability, you can apply for a deduction as well on your taxes. And this has been made more simple too. If you cannot walk for more than 100 meters at a time, you can deduct 925 euros from your taxes as well. So it's a very big sum.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I think this is even more easier than the writing down all these 23 cents. Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
925 euros.
Yeah, but you have to be able to provide proof.
Yeah.
So that will maybe need something written by your doctor that you
Oh,
cannot
okay.
walk for further than that. But it's good to know already that you can apply for it. And yeah, it's good to know. And
Wow.
I want to say, for if you are going to do your taxes and make use of these changes, it can always be good to ask someone to help you with the belastingaangifte,
Yeah.
the taxes. You can, for a good start, always go to the buurteam Amsterdam near you.
Oh, okay.
They
Okay.
can provide
Okay.
some help with the administration, or maybe they have advice where you could go differently. So that's good to know. If you need some help with your taxes, you can go to the buurteam.
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea. And I know with the build team, every area have it. So go to them if it's not clear to you. Say this news that we just heard from McCant. How do I do it? How do I qualify for this? How do I arrange and get the proof in cases asked? Do we also have changes in our health insurance package?
Yes, there have been some changes, and oefentherapy, which is exercise therapy, has been added in the basic insurance package. So that
Okay.
is good news. Everyone in the Netherlands has to have a basic care insurance. And in that base coverage is added for 2025 the ability to use oefentherapy, exercise therapy, and especially this is beneficial for people that have arthritis. They can use this very good. It is very beneficial and a good treatment for them to have, because maybe you have pain in your thumb and you can't put that much force on it, but the oefentherapeut is the name, can help you and see how you can still use your hand properly. So it's very good care they add. They do this for people with arthritis,
Okay.
but also they have made it unlimited for people with COPD, which is
Yeah, what
a
is that?
lung disease.
Oh, okay.
So it is, you could make it, it is similar to asthma. If you very short on breath,
Yeah.
it is a disease that is in the lungs, and you have to go to the hospital. They will do research, and if you have, and the abbreviation is COPD, it's in the bronchitis. If you have this disease, there is some good news that there, with the changes in the insurance, you can now have unlimited use of oefentherapy as well. So in the
Okay.
last years, maybe you were only entitled to 3 visits or 6 visits,
Yeah, it's always limited.
always limited. But
Yeah.
right now it's changed and it's moved to the base insurance, so everyone can use this for the whole year, and it's very good news for people that can use it.
Yeah. 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 Oh. And is it only for Mantelzorgers or is for everybody?
No, it's for everybody. Yeah, it's
Okay.
everybody that has that type of illness.
Yeah.
But it's good if someone, if you have a relative or someone that you know has this disease, you can help them and advise them. Hey, you can get help from oefentherapie this year from the zorgverzekering, the base
Yeah.
insurance.
But most of the time it's like, no, like especially think, no, maybe I have just 10 sessions or things, so you have to hold on. And sometimes let me keep some. I don't know if getting to the end of the year, I'll have more problems.
Yeah.
So you're always thinking of when to use it. But now it's unlimited.
Yeah, for the oefentherapie, for people with arthritis or with COPD, it is become unlimited, which is
Unlimited.
very, very good news.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I know there was improvement in the rehabilitation care for the elderly.
Yep.
Throw some light on that.
Yeah, that is also nice. In previous years, before, let's say if you had some type of accident and you went to the hospital, but you were getting better already, but you were not good enough yet, strong enough yet, healthy enough to go back home. But in the hospital, there was also not the right place.
Mm-hmm.
If that was so, then you would go to rehabilitation care. So you can get better step by step by step to recover. Yeah. In previous years, you had to have been in the hospital first before you could go there. But this is another change they have made. You can now go to that recovery, even if you don't, if you're not, if you have not been in the hospital. So it is more easy, and you can use this help more. And what is also nice is that it can now be started from your house. So you can start recovering, someone will come to you and provide care, and you don't have to go to the rehabilitation anymore, to the recovery home, in order to get that help. So that's very nice.
That's very great.
Yeah, because most of us, you're more comfortable in your own house.
Yeah.
You know your way around, you have your neighbors with you, maybe your family lives close, and it's always better than having to sleep and be somewhere, often for a long time, in a rehabilitation home to recover. So I think this is a positive change.
Really positive.
What is good to remember is that your huisarts, the GP, he can advise you in this. So it is good that if you are thinking about this, or that you are curious on if it is applicable for you, that you go to your huisarts, the GP, and he can advise you.
More on great, lot of changes and very good ones. The PKB.
Yeah, the personal care budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had also a lot of changes in that, because I know most Mantelzorgers use it at the moment. What are the changes? Is it good?
What has changed depends if it's good, But what has changed in the last years, they made a care profile for you. The zorgkantoor, the care office, would look at your situation and make a general profile that fits you best. Based on that profile, you get a fixed amount of money. But what would often happen is that people got too much money, maybe than that they could use or that they had the right to use. So what is a better change, what is better now, is that they have changed. They are no longer using the profiles.
Oh, that right, with the LJ Act, the VK Act, that okay.
Yeah. And what is changed now, they will make a tailored plan for your specific situation. So it is not general anymore, it's more specific to what you need, which is good, because then you know for sure the budget that you get is what you need and what you can use, instead of getting a lot of money and not being sure what you can, what kind of care you can get with it, or is it too much. So I think it is good that they have moved away from general and are looking more to the people themselves. So that is I think it's a good change in that regard, that there is more personal attention for your specific situation.
So is it immediately from 2025 they are going to just change the indication you have, or is it going to take time? Because most of the time maybe you have from Zorgkantoor like 3 years budget. So now, how are they going to do this? How are they going to approach this?
I know for sure that the new system will be applied to new applications. So starting 2025 for new applications, this will be it.
Okay.
If you already have a PGB and you have questions about this, it is always best to contact the zorgkantoor.
Zorgkantoor.
Because they know you, they know your situation, they know
Yeah.
the PGB that you are receiving, and they can advise when the change will be and how to approach that. So
And
it's
why?
always best.
Why this change?
They will do this because right now, if you get too much money and you get this to so many people, there will always be money that is not being used.
Yeah.
So let's say you get 10,000 euros per year, but you only use 8,000. Then for one person, there is 2,000 euros reserved. So by having a maximum and looking more at your situation, the funds can be distributed more efficiently that way. So they can see, oh, okay, you need 8,000, and that means we have money left over, and we can do another application. So it is to work with the money available more efficiently.
And what about the WMO?
Yeah, the WMO is different. So for the PGB, if there's any questions, you go to the zorgkantoor.
The Zorgkantoor, you call them, and they will. Okay, because before the indication, they always come home to talk with you, and maybe things have changed.
Yeah.
The past years, but the budget is already fixed, so they want to look at it again, and then make sure what you have is what you need, or what you have, the situation is changed and it's more heavier, and they have to change the indication to another. So I think it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I hope that there will be more attention for personal needs with this new system, with this change. That is what I hope and what I take away from this.
Yeah.
It's less general profiles and more look at the people. Okay. That's what I hope.
So, well, viewers, the PKB also, we heard there has been a lot of changes. But if you want more information about this, you can call the Zorgkantoor and they will give that to you. Let's move on to the WMO contribution and provisions.
Yeah, the WMO, it's a law that provides like very much care.
Yeah,
it enables a lot of possibilities for people to live home longer, even if they have a disability or if they have a sickness and need some help. The WMO is there, and it provides a lot of different kinds of help. The WMO falls under the gemeente. So if you have any questions about WMO, there is a specific loket station in the gemeente where you can call to or go to ask your questions. From the WMO, you can think about someone that helps in the household. Maybe you live home and you are physically, you have a sickness and you can't clean the entire house or entire apartment where you live. You can do you can do dishes, you can do the smaller things you can still do, but maybe picking up the vacuum, doing the house, it's too much. And if you have to do that, your health may suffer for it. So in those situations, you can go to the WMO, and the WMO, gemeente, can provide you with someone that helps around the house. This is usually for a fixed amount of hours. So after the application, someone will come to your house, see how big it is, what needs to be worked on, and then someone will help you with the household. Most of the times it's once per week. So the help in the household is one example, but also the care that is provided for people that still live at home is also funded by the WMO from the gemeente.
How do you apply for the WMO?
The WMO, you can go to the gemeente. So the gemeente has a WMO loket, so one place in the gemeente. And you can always go to the buurteam as well, and they can help you because it's a lot of paperwork to fill in, always. And the buurteam can help you with the application forms. So that is always
The
also
beauty
good.
team is also doing a lot.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I heard there was good news for young Mantelzorgers.
Yes, that too. Yeah, there
Tell
was,
us about it.
yes, gladly. There was being spoken of a possible fine that the government would issue if you took too long for your study to finish.
Yeah.
So you would get fined, and especially this hurts jonge mantelzorgers, young caregivers, that often are at the crossroads. Do I choose for my family? Do I go to school and do my homework? It's a very ingewikkeld, very hard decision to make.
Yeah.
And often what happens is because the situation at home can have an effect on them too. Maybe they don't have enough time to do their homework. Maybe they are distracted. Maybe they don't sleep too well. There's so much that can happen because the situation, and oftentimes that can lead to them having maybe some,
Delay.
yeah, they can delay at school. So this is very, very good news
Yeah.
that they have stopped from implementing this fine because, yeah, I think you want to tell jonge mantelzorgers that it's good and valuable what they do for their family.
Yeah.
And not punish them by fining them because they are
Yeah.
taking longer for their studies. But it's a good thing they moved away from this. So the good news for jonge mantelzorgers is even if you need some extra time to finish your studies, you will not get an extra fine if you take too long for that. So that's good news.
Wow. 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 That this is really being thought of, or before they don't think about them. But trust me, the young Mantelzorgers go through so much. And sometimes they just keep it to themselves and we think they don't really care, but we don't really take time to look at how they are struggling, So if this is taken away and they have to get more time to study and they don't have to pay a booty on it, I mean, that was really a crazy
Crazy idea. Yeah.
wow, Alexander, it is really a lot. This was your conclusion.
Yeah, there were a lot of changes that
Yeah.
are being implemented from 2024 to 2025.
Yeah.
We have discussed a lot already,
Yeah.
and I think it is good for the viewers to listen back to what we
Yeah.
have discussed.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, you can contact the buurteam, de gemeente, Markant, and also a lot of information can be found on the internet. So yeah, always make sure to find some help if you need that.
Wow. Wow. I mean, GAM TV viewers, this is just a privilege to have Markant always coming to give us so much information. So, Alexander, I think you've given us the good news and the changes in 2025. We are so grateful for having you. What's your take-home message for my viewers?
We have talked a lot. We've spoken about the changes in the taxes, in the insurance, in the PGB. And one more thing I would like to add about the WMO that we talked about. There is a slight increase in the monthly cost that you have to contribute. It goes up with 40 cents per month for if you use WMO. You can have as much care and support from the WMO as you can, and it is 21 euros now per month. So it's up a tiny bit. I am happy with the changes to have it more accessible and more fair for people. And I wish everyone can now have the care and the support that they need for their situation.
Wow. Well, viewers, do you have questions about how these changes might affect you? Please don't hesitate to contact your health insurance, the Bill team, or Macant. They can help you further with specific information and advice. Thank you so much. I think I would like to just run a little bit through for my Ghanaian viewers, to especially about the taxes, because we really need this and the time is almost there. Enuanom a mohwɛ Gam TV sesamri sɛ nnɛ nkɔmmɔ a me ne Alexander from Macant ebediiɛ no ɛfa Mantelzorgers ɛne changes a 2025 ɛde aba. Changes no bebree na yɛn a yɛhwɛ yɛadɔfo a wɔn ɛyare bebree kɔ ɛma yɛn paa, especially about belasting ne taxi mo sɛ time aso a yɛrekɔ fele nti kyerɛ sɛ changes bebree aba taxi ne mu a kyerɛ sɛ ɛbɛma yɛn ho aheha yɛn kakra. Nti afi wokɔ akɔ fele o tax a ɔsi sɛ wofa car ɛde kɔ sɛ wokɔ hospital, sɛ wode kɔ like physio bi, sɛ wode kɔ therapy bi, biribiara ɛfa nipa wohwɛ no no na pomudie mu a mo fo car kɔ ebia no sika a wotua ayɛ a wode fofo saa car ne nyinaa no wobɛtumi atete saa sika nyinaa ɛde afi wo tax mu, which means say ɛbɛma tax no wanya sika nso back ama wo ho aheha wo. Tax ne nso ɔsan ɛka sɛ sika betumi nso ade sika about 925 euros ɔmo betumi ayi efi wo sika nim ama wanya saa sika back from tax. Say bia ohunam yɛ ɔya yɛn nkotodwe yɛn waste yɛn weight no asɛ wo nante kakra bi a na wabrɛ nti no ɛma time bia no wohia help for financial burdens, for wo medical travels, ɛnɛ wo ha wokɔ ha, ɛnɛ wo ha wokɔ ha, mo a monim panyin kodu baabi a problems bebree nti time bia ɛte sɛ wota akɔ baabi a 925 euros no wobɛtumi ama tax ɛde ama wo back. Ɔno nso tumi yɛ asɛm papa ɛpaa. Na insurance ɛnso no wɔma yɛate ase sɛ sɛ wokɔ adeɛ therapy a ebi ɛti the whole year no wɔ just about 10 times per sɛ woba nti no wokɔ kakra na wagyae sɛ gya pɛ sɛ wo save bi baabi a wobɛhia sɛ deɛ ɔmo se wɔ yarewa binom ne adeɛ a ɔno no wobisa wo insurance fo na wotumi kɔ therapy no a kɔpem sɛ the whole year number of times bia you need it no wotumi ɛkɔ. Wopɛ more information ɛwɔ ho so a wobɛtumi ebisa the insurance no anaa kɔ therapy ne hɔ so a wobɛtumi aka sɛ Macant interview bi a wohwɛɛ ɔmo sɛ therapy no wotumi ba more nti sɛ saa yare a wowɔ yi wo qualify saa afei deɛ wotumi ba more therapy ne nso a ɔno nso no ɔmbɛtumi ama more information nso ɛwɔ ho. Afei nso sɛ na munim no ebi obi kɔyɛ operation bi na ɛte sɛ ɔrecover a na yɛde wakɔ akɔto baabi sɛ rehabilitation bi a wobɛ recover sɛ afei yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ wo sɛdeɛ wobɛtumi anante kakra ɔno wɔ hɔ. But say no deɛ ɛho hia sɛ from hospital no ansa na yɛtumi de wakɔ this place no na wa recover. Just from home no a ɔmbɛtumi ɛde wakɔ ama wakɔ efie nso a ɔmbɛtumi aba ama ɔmo abɛboaboa wo ama neɛ sɛ ɛma wo recover from the operation na wakɔyɛ no ɔno nso ɛwɔ hɔ. Wopɛ information nso bebree about we so our house doctor ebɛtumi aboa wo ɛwɔ ho. PKB sɛdeɛ monim no PKB nso ɛyɛ wɔ sika bi a yɛtumi de ma Mantelzorgers sɛ na ade bɛtake the care of nipa ɔyare no. Na mmerɛ pii no yɛwɔ indication kyerɛ uko beside sɛ yɛahwɛ yɛare education wei na wohia ebi yɛ high ebi yɛ low ebi yɛ middle na kyerɛ sɛ saa education no wɔ hɔ nti afe biara no sɛ sika no automatic no ɛba seesei deɛ sɛ ɔmba abɛhwɛ mu bio because mmerɛ pii no ebi a obi wɔ hɔ a na sika no bebree aba nso na ohia afe no bɛdu no bɛhu sɛ na sika no asen akɔ back to the zore kanto nti no san aba abɛhwɛ emu bio ehu sɛ sika yi ehia anaasɛ ehia esua anaasɛ ɛdɔɔso nti no ɔmbɛkɔ mu mɔ ɛne Mantelzorgers for na ba abɛ di nkɔmmɔ na ɔmahu sɛdeɛ education a wɔ no sɛ wo qualify anaasɛ won qualify yɛka nso about VMO ne nso no ɛyɛ another indication a sɛ bi a near baabi anaasɛ yare bi nti wontumi nyɛ nneɛma bi sɛ wo fie esiesie wo stove cycle wo hoover ne adeɛ wo mɔpo wo bathroom ne adeɛ edu bi a na saa adwuma no ayɛ den ama ɔno nso no mtumi ma nkrɔfoɔ ba fie ɛma house cleaning na bi a wontumi nti wo a wofo obi sɛ ɔmbɛyɛ house cleaning ma no VM foɔ no ɔno nso no ɔmbɛtumi aba na wɔn aba abɛ ma saa help yi nyinaa na afi wei nso no sesei no saa help no ɔmo ani aba ho a kyerɛ sɛ wɔn de ebe boa paa ma help a yɛhia ɛwɔ efie ɛne adeɛ na bibia edu bi a wontumi nye bia no wokɔ a wɔmbɛtumi ama nkrɔfoɔ aba abɛboa wo na asɛm a ɛyɛ dɛ paa nso yɛ young Mantelzorgers no ɛyɛ nkɔla bi ɔwɔ fie a ne nua na ɔyɛ child with special needs anaa ne maame anaa ne papa na yare saa nkɔla wei no ɔmo go through a lot papa yɛn mba no ayɛ a yɛhwɛ pii a na yɛ anaasɛ nipa na yɛ distant bi na ɔhyɛ ne dan mu they go through a lot emotionally ebi kora akɔla kora anadwo ɔna bɛni nuanom yi na ama wɔn nso ntumi nda akɔla bi wɔ hɔ ɛdo anadwo a na ɔsɔre ɛyɛ noise ɛsɛ osua adeɛ na ɔsɛ ɔyɛ ne homework ne nyinaa just it disturb no or go through the situation at home matter bia na affect wɔn adesua woka sɛ mmerɛ bi ba yɛ sɛ school for do some time bia na o school no wontumi nwie within some time bia yɛ de ka bi brɛw but sɛ woyɛ Mantelzorg woyɛ akɔla a wosua adeɛ a wo maame wo papa na wo nua bi yare wɔ fie a womahu sɛ saa problem ne nso etumi nya effect ɛwɔ akɔla no wɔ fie no nti saa buti sika na ɛde ato wɔn mo so sɛ when wie wo studies within saa time na ɛsɛ otua sɛ sika no young Mantelzorgers no ɛyɛ yɛn mba no mo nso eti fie a problem no ɛwɔ fie na disturb wɔn no saa fine no ɔmo nka ho bi yɛyi wɔn afi mu nti as long as ohia sɛ ɔde sua adeɛ na ne time na pa ho bia no yɛama saa young Mantelzorgers more time sɛ ɔmbɛtumi ɛde awie wɔn education no sɛ nkɔmmɔ yi ɛne nkɔmmɔ a me ne makant aba abɛdi nti sɛ emu yɛ dɛ wopɛ ne information more about nkɔmmɔ a yɛdi a wokɔ bio team na sɛ biribi nyɛ clear ma wa wɔn bɛboa wokɔ wo house doctor enso wakɔ bisa no wo insurance nso atumi from bisa sɛ what sɛ changes bi aba nti no wo situation no emu nea he na ɛyɛ ɛma wo emu hia he na asesa saa information yi nyinaa de bɛma wo na sɛ bibia nso kye w'adwene a you can always call Makant on the telephone number ababegu screen so on my website so wokɔ information bia wohia no ɔno nso wɔn nsa bɛka nti ene Ba, Mummy Veronica van der Kamp, me ba ya, na enkoma, me de ba, for Mantelzorgers, yeshe, ya dofu, ye ma, a womu, yare no, na, ho enkoma na ebedi. Alexander, thank you so much, because this is really great information that the community needed to know.
Yeah. Thank you as well for the invitation. I'm very glad we have had the opportunity to talk about the changes that have been made in the care system for 2025. And I wish everyone as good as possible with these new changes, that they get the support or the help that they need, and that it will be a bit easier for them to apply as well.
Yeah. So, viewer, this is what we have for you today. And keep watching GAM TV, because we always have the best educative and more information that you need. I'm Veronica van der Kamp, your host, a Mantelzorgers ambassador, and I've been talking to Alexander Wittmann from Makant. Thanks for watching.